Hey y'all, today we're
Hey
going to be
y'all,
looking
this is the video
at our
of a
emergency
woe
stop, the Whia
lesson
command.
from a very young
We have
dog.
Dez
He's
again
about
today.
6 or 7 months
He's
old.
a 6-month-old puppy,
We're going to be looking at how
maybe
to
seven
start out with
months.
a woe command.
He is
Of course,
used to
he's on
the
long lead.
lead. If
After this
anything, he
video,
kind of
the
shuts
first part
down
is
when he's on
done.
the
You're going to
lead.
see
He
the
doesn't
raw
pull.
footage. Nothing
You're
is
going to kind of see
perfect
that. We're
in
first
training a
going to go
dog, and
over
I'm going to tell you that in the
the
next
target command, which is
probably
me
5
opening the
minutes of the
hand up
video
like the
after
here
this one
command.
ends of
And I
me
want him to come touch
voiceovering
my
this.
hand. I have a
But
treat
I
for
wanted
him
to explain
also.
to you what we're
Then we're
doing.
going to do the
We're
emergency
adding a
stop,
dog today
the Whia
as a
command.
distraction. One of
And we
my
need that
inside
in case
dogs,
he does run
Nike, is
across
going
the
to come
street.
out.
We don't want him turning around and
It's
coming
going to
back to us
be
if we call him
pretty
here, because he'd
disastrous,
have to
to be
cross the
honest
street
with you,
again, and
because
that could be danger. So we
Dez,
want
who
him
I
to
have with
stop
me
till we
now, is
get to
not
him.
going to want to stand there.
We're going
He's
to
going
add
to
some
want to go run
distractions
with
into that today.
Nike. But the main thing is, and you can already tell his body language, she's already outside. So he's looking at her. He wants to play. He's used to playing with her. I'm going to be telling him, whoa.
We're going, whoa.
And again, you're going to see the raw footage of this later on in the video, the second part. But I'm telling him, whoa. I'm giving him a jerk on the long lead to make him stand. I want him to follow me here.
Whoa.
Then I'm giving him
So
a hand
again,
signal.
I'm giving him the
Hand
open hand.
signals,
Whoa.
visuals
I haven't
are
done any
so
collar
important
work
to
with him
dogs.
yet.
So make
I
sure
do
you're
have a
doing this.
distraction that's out here,
If I
a
put the
dog that's
hand
running
down,
around. Whoa.
like an open hand that's pointed down, that usually means come to me.
And this would be where I would
So
use
right
this,
now,
a distraction.
Nike's
Nike
come
here.
out. My wife
Nike,
is actually over there with Nike. And
Nike's actually trying to
comes over
back
here.
him.
Of course, he breaks the whoa command.
Whoa.
The safety stop. But I'm
Whoa.
going to make him stand there.
Whoa.
While Nike stands there. Nike knows what the emergency command is. She's standing
Whoa.
there. If you can
Problem
notice.
we're having now is Nike's also whoaing.
And I finally have to just kind of let her leave, so she'll go out and play in the grass.
Whoa.
I'm making him
Nike's
stand
running
there.
around out here
Right
in the
now,
grass.
we're not enforcing this with a vibrate or electric collar.
Whoa.
We just want to give some distractions.
Whoa.
That's actually going to make him learn what means whoa, the emergency command. So that's some things that we're looking at here. Here my wife is calling Nike, trying to get her back over there. Those type of things. I tap Nike and release her from the whoa command. She goes back inside the house.
So as you see, we have our distraction.
She loves helping.
The whoa command.
But again, we're looking at the
Dez
whoa
is
command
whoaing.
as a safety command. The biggest thing is if
Dez
happened to run across that road.
Now we're going to use our vibrate to have him come to the target. Dez here.
He would have to cross the road again to come to me.
Good boy.
And that would not be good. Right now I'm using targeting. So that means I'm calling him here. I'm vibrating.
So we're going to work on Dez again. Coming here. I want him to touch my hand.
Dez
here.
Correction.
Here.
Jerking the thing. Call him to me.
Yes.
Touches
Good boy.
my hand. He gets a treat. He gets praise. Those
now we're going to work on the
training. And this is not going to happen on one session, y'all. This is multiple days in a row. If I'm training a dog for someone, I'm at least got this dog here for 30 to
Eventually, we
days.
want to get where we can walk circles around him.
The most important part is that
put him out, not moving.
Repetition.
Whoa.
I'm jerking up on the collar, telling him whoa here.
Whoa.
Trying to get him to stand. Eventually, I'm going to overlay this with the vibrate, and then eventually the e-collar.
You want to release him
to make sure he stands.
Good boy. Good boy.
If we're bird hunting these dogs, we're going to eventually add birds and gunshot to this. So when we tell him whoa and a bird flies, we want him to stand there and watch the bird fly. The gun shoots, we want him to stand there. But if you're a homeowner, you want your dog to stand there no matter what. If a cat runs, squirrel runs, another dog runs, those are all safety features that we're adding to this. Again, I'm trying to give him a whoa command by jerking on that, giving him a hand signal to stop. Again, he doesn't listen. But we've got to do this repetition, probably 50 to 100 times before we can actually overlay the vibrate or the e-collar. It's not fair to the dog to do anything different. Again, I want him to see.
So again, we're just going to try to get him to sit here. As long as he'll sit here, go back and reward him in just a second for staying there.
And I want to eventually start walking around him. And you want to let him have success, but if he's not learning by breaking the command, he's not learning anything.
Well,
here he wants to lay down on me, which is pretty normal. They're just like, okay, I'm done. But again, we're probably at the end of this session here, and he's probably getting tired, not physically, but mentally.
Good
Understand
boy.
your dog
Good boy.
is mentally tired from
Good boy, Diz.
And that's where a lot of people probably give in, is their dogs start getting mentally tired. They don't follow through with their training. They're not consistent. Again, I'll give a short jerk here, tell him whoa, show him the hand. The visual and the verbal help do this.
Good boy, Diz.
Praise him again. If he needs a praise, I'm going to give it to him, and then I'm going to start over and do it again, and I want to get longer and longer and longer. Again, this is one of our first lessons on this command.
Good boy.
And I want to keep telling him he's doing a great job here.
Now we're going to add the vibrate piece to the collar.
We could add treats to overlay this. Once we've done this, probably 5 or 6 days, we're going to start adding in the e-collar. Vibrate probably first, then the e-collar. Of course here,
so I vibrated him until he stopped.
I want him to look at me and give me face recognition.
Hey, he wants to see you.
Show him the open hand. Actually, in this situation, my wife is out here again. He loves my wife, so he wants to go see her.
Yeah, you can.
I'm trying to get him to stop. So we actually have another command here for him to stop. So the new video is started. You're going to be able to watch this and see all the things that are not cut out and scripted. So join us for our next video. Thank you very much.
So again, I'm giving him the open hand. I haven't done any collar work with him yet. I do have a distraction that's out here, a dog that's running around. And this would be where I would use this, a distraction. Nike here. Nike, come here. Nike's actually trying to back him. Whoa. Problem we're having now is Nike's also whoaing. Nike's running around out here in the grass. Whoa, Des. So as you see, we have our distraction, the whoa command. Des is whoaing. Des. Now we're going to use our vibrate to have him come to the target. Des here. Des here. Here. Good boy. Good boy. So we're going to work on Des again. Coming here. I want him to touch my hand. Des here. 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 Yes. Good boy. And now we're going to work on the whoa command. Whoa. Eventually we want to get where we can walk circles around him. With him out not moving. Whoa. We want to release him. Good boy. Good boy. Come on, Des. Whoa. 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 So again, we're just going to try to get him to sit here. As long as he'll sit here, go back and reward him in just a second for staying there. Good boy. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Diz. Whoa. 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 Good boy, Diz. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.